Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Bis, Tris, and Legs. We'll be working through these muscle groups today. You might like to have an array of weights, dumbbells, or if you like to use the tubing, you can also use the tubing. And you'll notice that I'm working out in bare feet. I recommend you work out in shoes. I work out in bare feet because I'm always trying to build the strength in the arch of the foot, and it's just my thing. I like to do that. So without any further ado, let's start a little warm up here, lifting the knees nice and high. You can have the knees out or in. Either way, you can do both. So it's a 45-minute workout. And definitely leave a nice pump in the upper and lower body. We might even throw in some push-ups. How does that sound? All right. And then try some butt kicks. So you're working the quadriceps here, just kicking the butt. And then pause, step forward, right foot, drop the left knee, step back. Other side, right and back. Left knee down, right knee down, stepping back. And let's add a little bit of arm action here as you come forward, lift the arms up, exhale. Whew. Starting to feel that in the legs already. Always good to warm up those legs. And then sometimes something as simple as sun salutations is a really nice way to warm the body up. So let's try a few suns here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, pike. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back. Push up. Downward dog. Feel the back of the legs here in downward dog. Come to the top of the mat. Reverse swan dive. Exhale, prayer. So let's try 3 more of those in your own time. Your eyes can be closed or open. Push-ups can be on the knees. You can hold the pose for a few breaths. I'm liking downward dog, getting to the back of the legs early in the morning. There's 1, 2 more. Last one. I'm going to move my screen back a little bit here. Looks like that's as far as it goes. Good. And a little bit on the arms. You step forward, right foot, bring the arms behind, lift the arms up, bicep curl, hinge forward, tricep extension, lift up, come back. Try that the other side. Boom, bicep curl, overhead press, hinge forward, tricep extension, lift up. Step to the top of the mat. Give yourself some little huggers here. So the reason we get into the shoulders, of course, is because the bicep and the triceps are intrinsically linked to the shoulder joint. And then I'm going to recommend you take a light pair of weights. I'm going to take 10s and just try some bicep curls. See how the biceps feel this morning. Some squats, just coming down and up. And then just hinge forward and little tricep extensions, elbows back. Feel the triceps this morning. And release. I'm going to recommend you have pencil and paper and you write down the number of reps and the weights that you used. And it's good to have in mind a number of reps that you're going for. Now, luckily, I've done this workout, so I have a series of numbers here that I can refer to, and it gives me an indication of whether the weights were too light, too heavy, or just right. Now I'm shooting for 10 to 12 reps. So the first exercise is a bicep curl. I'm going to go 25s. So I write 25s down. I grab my 25s here on the rack. And we'll see how we go. 10 to 12, bicep curl. Find a stance, one foot slightly in front of the other, knees bent, palms forward, and begin. There's one. Now, I may have gone too heavy. 2, I'm already feeling this. 3. 4, exhale out as you come up. 5. 6. Now sometimes I like to have a mid-set break. 6, I've got 4 to go to reach my 10. My biceps are already on fire. There's 1, 2, 3, and last one for me, 4. Now let me explain the numbers a little bit. If you're looking for muscle endurance, you want to be hitting the 10 to 12 reps. If you can do 20 reps and still feel like you can keep going, you've gone too light. You want to increase the weight. So you definitely don't want to be doing more than 20 reps. 10 to 12 muscle endurance. 8 to 10. So let's say 12 to 15 muscle endurance, 8 to 10, you're looking for muscle bulk, you're looking for hypertrophy, and you're trying to get big in the muscle groups being hit. All right, so think of those two numbers. Pick your weight that's going to give you the number of reps before you burn out. The next one is a squat. Squats the legs. So I can go heavy, I'll go 40s here. And I say this each time, but sometimes the hardest part for squats is going to be holding the weight in the wrist area. This could be the point of weakness here, not so much the legs. Bend down, lift up, 40s. Once again, I'm shooting for 10 to 12. Coming down onto the heels, eyes stay up the whole time. So the gaze is up, looking at the far corner of the room where the ceiling meets the wall. It's a nice place to put the gaze. There's 6. So you need to keep count. I'll keep talking, but you need to keep count to put it down into your book. 2 more. and release. Eyes up, weights down. And after all that, I need to go back to my worksheet, put down the number of reps, with weight. And then we'll do single bent over tricep extension, single arm. So tricep extension, I'm going to go for 20s. It might be a little ambitious. So bent over. Let me show you the way to do this. Bent over, I lean into, I'm going to start with the left arm, left elbow bent, and extend back. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you keep count, 6, 7. What I love about this one is it really works the core too. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So putting that one down, we'll go to the other side. So I hit 12 there, happy with that. Wasn't sure if I'd make it. So once again, other side. Start with that right elbow back. 1, and you'll notice my elbow doesn't come forward. I'm just hinging at the elbow with the tricep extension. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So putting that down, write it down. So for me, I can see I've done an increase in reps from last time. Makes me happy. I could probably think about increasing the weight and doing less reps. So V-press biceps. Last time I only made 6 reps with 25 pounds. So I'm going to go 20 pounds for V-press biceps. So I'll pick up my 20s, come down, eyes up, lift up. So when you lift up heavy weights, keep the gaze up. So you're working the legs. So V-press. Create a little W with the arms, and you're just going to simply push it out and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 11 and 12. So feeling that. That also hits and hammers the shoulder joint. So feeling that in the shoulder. 12, 20. Single leg squat. So squat, I can go heavy. Single leg means I'm going to be doing left first, then the right. Means it's going to be holding the weights for a long period of time in the wrists. So I'm going to drop down from 40s to 35s. Single leg squat. Most of us have a stronger leg. Usually, if you kick a ball with the right leg, the left leg is going to be the stronger, more stable. So I'm going to start with the left leg for balance. Come down into the squat. 1, 2, lost balance there. 3, 4, 5, 6. The deeper the range of motion, the harder it becomes. 7, lost balance. 8, 9, and 10. Now I'm feeling that, so I'm going to take a little rest there, feeling it in the wrists, also feeling it in the legs. So with the technique with a single leg squat, you really want to have the butt hinged back, right? So as you come up, the butt comes back. So that you don't overextend that front knee. Very important not to pop that knee out. So hinging back, bring the weight back, ready for the other side. All right, here we go. 1, 2, I'll turn sideways so you can see how the butt comes back. 3, 4, 5, 6. Not using that left leg at all to push off. 7, although it's touching down sometimes. 8, 9, and 10. Eyes up, lower the weights. Always having that gaze up so you're not working the lower back. And you can probably hear I'm breathing a little heavier. And the reason that is, and this is why people often say that lifting weights is also a cardio exercise, because it gets the heartbeat up, gets the blood flow going, and increases the respiratory volume. Because those large muscle groups, especially the legs and the glutes, demanding a lot more oxygen. So writing down the weight and the score. So I think I went 10 reps and 35s. And overhead tricep extension. I'm going to do this one lying down rather than standing up. Lying down gives me a nice stable base. So come down onto your back. Feet on the floor. I'm going for 20s here with the triceps. Could be a little ambitious, but we'll see. I like to bring the triceps, the dumbbells up, and I'm going to bend the elbows so that the dumbbells come down beside my ears and then back up. Notice the elbow is not shifting its position in space. The elbow is simply a hinge about which the hands move the dumbbells. So the tricep is doing the work to lift those dumbbells. Whew. I think that's 6, 7, 8, I'm feeling. Now if they get too heavy at any time, take a break or stop, because you don't want these dumbbells crashing down onto your head. 9. And 10. And down. One of the reasons I really like to do tricep extensions on the back is it holds your spine nice and heavy, stable. For instance, if I did overhead tricep extensions, often there's a little arch in the back, so it's good to be mindful of contracting the abdominals here to stabilize that low back. So I was happy with that. 20s, tricep extension on the back. Write it down. How many did I do? 10 or 12? So much talking, I've forgotten. I'll write 10. All right, hammer biceps. Hammer buys. I'm going to go 25s. Hammer curl. So hammer curl, it's like your bicep is a hammer. So you bring it up and then bring it down. And we're going to do alternating hammer curls. So stepping 1 foot forward, left, 1, right, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, ooh, 8, 8, starting to feel it, 9, 9, breathe, 10, I think I'm going to go for 12, 10, 11, 11, one more, 12, and 12, down, down, bring that 20 over here, make it look neat. Whew. So we've really gone through these exercises. Number of reps. How do we get 12 at 25? Yeah, that's good. Now the thing is, when you do alternating arms like we did then, it does give the alternate arm a chance to rest, right? So if we were doing double hammer curls, double arm hammer curls, there wouldn't have been as much time for the arm to rest, and so your burnout could be sooner. So just be aware of this relationship between resting, number of reps, and ideally we're trying to get to burnout where we can't do an extra rep by the time you hit your target number. And that's when muscles will grow. So I like to call this a heel lift squat. So we're going to be working the calf muscles. Calf muscles are very, very strong. The squat muscles are strong, the quadriceps, the glutes, hamstrings. So I'm going to go heavy. I'm going to go for 10 to 12. I'll have to watch that forearm area here. So come down, eyes up, look up. So the technique is to, I'll do a side views first so you can see me, is to come down onto the heels and then come up onto the calf muscles. So heels lifted, come down, up, 2, down, 3. And notice how I stick my butt right out so that the weight comes, the knees stay over the ankles. I think that's 7. And this is where having shoes on might be nice too. 8, 9. Now I'm going to take a little break here because my forearms are feeling this. Break over, come down, eyes up. Come onto the balls of the feet. 10, 11, and 12. Muscles. Put the weights down. And believe it or not, we're up to our last exercise. So we really cranked that out today. And even though the workout might be a little shorter, you should be feeling a pump. And there's often a misconception that cardio workouts burn fat. What in fact burns fat is muscle. So by creating muscle in the body, your metabolic process will start to burn the fat during the day. So even though we're doing the workout now, the burning of the fat is going to continue on through the day, even while you're asleep at night, simply because you've been creating muscle. So muscle burns fat. So feed the muscle, burn the fat. There's a book written by somebody, and if you looked at him, he knew his talk. Push-ups. So push-ups, I'm going to recommend you use either push-up bars or your dumbbells. You can grip the dumbbells. And the reason I like that is it's easier on the wrists, and especially these rotational push-ups, they actually give you a natural rotation as you come up. So let me demonstrate so you can see it. Let me move the weights out of the way so it's a front-on view. And you'll notice that I'm going to do these on the knees so you can actually see me, because my legs can't go back far enough. But just to show you, watch what happens to my arms as I come down. Notice the elbows go out and then they go in, so the hands rotate. And I found that is a really nice way to almost create, how can I say it? It takes a certain strain off the inside of the hand and the arm. And the hand and the arm, the bottom part of the arm, are tricky parts of the body to work out. We want to make them stronger, yes, but we don't want to injure them. Because once we injure down here, other muscle groups start to kick in, and it can create pain in the elbow joint or even the shoulder joint. And that's the last thing we really want to do is suffer from injury. So I love the fact that the push-up goes naturally with the elbow. Now I'm going to recommend maximum number of push-ups in 1 minute, starting in 10, 9. You can have knees down or legs extended. Make sure the body is straight. 3, 2, 1. So maximum number of reps, good form. And you'll notice that I'm going negative here You can do fast push-ups or slow push-ups. You can do combinations, but just keep count to write it down in your log sheet. At any time you need to rest, come to the knees, take a rest in child pose, and then when you're ready, you come back. We've got 30 seconds to go. How many are you up to? 15 seconds. Now I'm noticing that I'm doing tricep push-ups, so my arms are close, so I'm not rotating as much. 5 seconds to go. 2 and 1. You've done it. Tries, bis, and legs. Write down the number of push-ups. And we'll come into a little cool down. So with the cool down, if you come up to your feet, gentle swings of the arms. Notice how the arms feel. And then reach the arms up and let them swing and dangle. Up, swing and dangle. Up, swing and dangle. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, float the hands down, forward fold. Feeling the back of the legs. Knees slightly bent. Inhale, pike pose, straightening the legs, feeling that posterior stretch. Inhale, forward fold, reverse swan dive. Exhale, prayer. Step that left foot forward, right foot back. Both heels grounded here. Push the butt back. Hinge over that front foot, coming down. And then bending the right knee, lift that left foot up. Drop the hand and create a couple of swings here. Loosen up that shoulder joint and then the other direction. And meanwhile, getting that nice posterior stretch in that left leg. Inhale, come up. Change sides. Right foot forward. Hinge at the hips. Both legs straight. Bringing the hands down the shin or the thigh. And then bending the left knee, come back, lifting the toes so we get into that calf muscle, which is nice after that work. And then 2 loops with that left hand, one direction, and then the other. And then slowly come up, reach up, and we are done. So there's a nice little punchy workout. Get the body pumped and primed for the day. Working bis, tris, and those big legs. See you next time.